invitation, adding all the way from outside the UK. Here he is, the one, the only. Oh, he's got the famous hat on. I need a trademark hat. I need a trademark
rock and roll,
hat,
man. Rock and roll, like, you know me, man. You know me always with the hat. And actually, I'm gonna show you real quick, mate. Oh, are you going on? Yeah.
You look cooler than I do, mate.
You going, Ed?
Yo! I spent this hair, need this haircut. So, off the cuff, with a Sam Raiano. We just wait for the man to jump on. Just thought I'm going to start randomly just doing vids with people. Have no agenda, have no questions, have no idea what we're going to talk about. But we'll just throw it off the cuff, just for the fun of it. Just for catching up. It's nice seeing all your faces. Oh, he's here. Sam, can you request to join? And I'll try and request to add you in. Yo. Yeah, can you request to join? I don't know how to add you in. Feels good. Sam wants to join. Approve. Send invitation. Adding all the way from outside the UK. Here he is, the one, the only. Oh, he's got the famous hat on. I need a trademark hat. I need a trademark
rock and roll,
hat.
man. Rock and roll, like, you know me, man. You know me always with the hat. And actually, I'm gonna show you real quick, mate. Oh, are you going on? Yeah.
You look cooler than I do, mate.
You going, Ed? My lips on me, are you bastard? Check this out. Aerodynamic haircut.
Not cool. I need my hair sorted.
It was about time. It was about time. So what you say?
Just jumping on calls today, just pushing, making moves. Had an agent call me up because I had a viewing Saturday for this auction property, and I said, look, it's actually for one we want to buy like as our own personal residence. I said, look, my partner when she booked us in didn't realise it was an auction, so we haven't even got a house up for sale. There's no way we'll complete within 28 days. Then he said, this is a modern method auction, so it's actually 56 days, and the vendor doesn't care if you don't complete it in 56 days. They just care that you put down the deposit, which gives them the certainty that you will complete through them. So I was going, that's very interesting, because that's a bit of a game changer. But then I need to ring my solicitor after this call to find out legally if that's a thing, because if they can kick my ass and say, no, it's 56 days, we'll keep your deposit, you're done. Like, just because he said it, is it factual? But still,
mate,
this is information agents can give you, right? Like when you ask the right questions and that.
You know what's this? You know what's this, yeah?
Why am I holding the phone closer? That's going to help.
I don't know. You know
try and zoom in.
You know what is it? Yeah, this is the red book. So I always have it open every time I have a call.
Your what book? The red book.
It's a red book. This is
it's your little red book.
Yeah, it's full on of learnings, notes and whatnot. And I always take it out every time I had either a phone call, a Zoom call, anything that I hear, I just put it down and then ask questions around it because I feel like I need to learn a bit more. So this is part of my study routine of people. So listen to this now, right? So you mentioned, thanks for sharing this this little story about the auction, but you mentioned the vendor wants certainty.
Correct.
Of you buying, so you put down the deposit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is it okay if I ask a quick question?
Or you could have just asked the question.
No. First I need to ask for permission.
Yeah,
you know
cool, man.
How do you spot? So you're familiar with the human needs?
Correct.
Cool. So how do you spot a human need while talking to another person? And how does that help you not manipulate, but understand more the other person or what they need and actually give it to them?
That is such a good question.
I know, right?
So I got
my red book, baby.
How do I spot that? Because the way they talk, it's in their words. And the way I feel like
they would never tell you. They never tell you, hey, you know,
most people don't even know most people don't even know what their needs are.
In fact, great stuff. In fact, sorry if I interrupt you again, because I'm really, really happy, passionate about this. So give me a quick rundown of what are the human needs, how many are there, brief, and then connect it to the question.
Oh, mate, this is Jesus, Sam. So there are six human needs.
Yeah.
Two of them are spiritual, which
Yeah.
is growth and contribution.
Correct.
The rest are just physical needs. So you've got certainty, uncertainty, significance, and variety. Wait, where's love and connection?
No, you said that.
Variety is
You got,
significance,
yeah.
certainty, uncertainty, variety.
Variety is uncertainty.
Yeah,
Which
variety
one is
must be uncertainty.
Come on. Certainty,
Variety.
uncertainty, significance.
Love and connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, growth and contribution.
Yeah.
Right. So the way I spot it is it's linked to their values.
Okay.
So when you talk to them, you need to figure out and listen to what it is they're valuing about doing the deal with you and what they value most that they need. So like if I was talking to an investor, do they value, are they more interested in like the security they can get or the impact that deal will have on others? Or the impact the deal will have on me or on them. So by asking them what they want to get out of the deal, that will tell you where their focus is on what their values are, which will meet their needs. So if he's like, go on.
No, let it go. Go on.
I saw the question land, so just say it.
All right. How did you ask this to your vendor? Did you ask this? Is that what you done? Like, did you ask your vendor, what's your end goal on selling the property? Is that what you said?
So obviously, the agent just called us back. Devon actually booked in the viewing, so I hadn't run that process over him.
Okay, perfect, brilliant, thank you. So,
but if you think, why would someone go to auction? That's a better question, right? Because it's going to auction. Why is it not being sold normally? One is normally speed, right? Why do they want speed? Because they want a guaranteed quick sale. That's why you go to auction. You want guaranteed money quickly. So why would you want guaranteed money quickly? What could that be linked to as a human need? Flipping certainty. Ooh, I need to be certain. Certain I get money quick. Like, I need that certainty. That's why I'll stick in auction. So that's how you link what they want and what they're doing to a need.
I feel like people should tune out to this chit chat because there's going to be so much value. In fact, let me ask you another question. How do you influence? Because I've tried and tested it. It's flipping hard. Listen, it is hard, especially when you're negotiating, right? And you got a third party involved. So let's say you're the agent, you're between me and the vendor. How do I influence the agent to ask those specific questions and come up to the outcome that I have in mind? For example, find out what are their human needs.
How do I influence the agent to ask the right questions to tell to the vendor?
Yeah, because some agents sometimes might not meet, but they might not be as motivated to negotiate as you are.
Correct. They won't, or they'll never be, because like me getting that house way more important than them selling it to me in my world. So then you link it to what they want to get out of it, which is asking open questions like, what do you get paid in commission per sale, or are you just on a salary?
Okay. You see,
great question.
Okay. I tried that before. One of the agents was like very defensive about it. It's like you're trying to. It's not bad, but man, like. And I've tried that on when I was putting an offer in. It's like something like you're trying to pay me off or something like that. I was like, no, me, never.
How did that brown envelope get on your desk?
But, yeah, I mean, like you made a valid point. So you basically apply the same theory or framework to the agent as well as the vendor if you are direct to vendor. But you mentioned values. Go on, expand on that. What do you mean by it?
So it's by like what do they value? What is their perception and attention on? Right?
What's the value?
Oh man, how do
I'm on the laptop.
I was gonna say Google it. Google it.
I'm gonna clean slate it. All right.
Let's clean slate value, right? But it's just like what do they value is what I need to be aware of. So I'm talking to someone, I'm listening to how they speak, what they talk about, and I'm comparing it to the 6 human needs. So if they talk like, oh, you won't get that because I know this and I'm this, like clearly they're significance driven, right? Because they're putting it on themselves. Like, look how big I am, trying to make themselves bigger. If they're talking about how they're going to help someone or what this contributes towards like a greater vision, it's clearly contribution, right? If they're like, I need to hit this because I need to then hit this goal, you're like, right, it aligns to growth. Like, you've got to listen to what people say and connect it to the value, right?
Hey, you hit the nail on the head. It says value is the principles and beliefs that influence the behavior and way of life of a particular group, individual, or community. And by the way, for those who's going to watch these on replay, those of you that are watching it live, which is so many of you, so thank you for tuning in.
All three of you.
All three of you. These are the kind of conversation me and Louis every now and then have on the phone. So literally just pick up the phone, call up and see what's the learning of the day. But
Right, so values directly influence behavior.
Absolutely. So the
Right,
principles and beliefs.
So like we're saying,
influence.
They're valuing certainty, and that's going to influence their behavior. Right?
Interesting.
So if you have an investor that values certainty, be careful with the language you use and be careful how you present your offer. I wouldn't use words like maybe, we hope to get this.
Present it to me. Right? I wanna make it real, man. I wanna present it to me. I'm an investor, I need certainty. Present it to me.
Okay, so I would obviously figure out what it is you want. Right.
Okay.
So if you need certainty, I'll present to you the facts and figures that back up what I believe about it. So that way, it's not just a thought; it's evidential to you to give you that level of certainty. Not, oh yeah, well, I hope I'm going to get around this, and I don't provide no evidence of the hope. You're like, whoa, why is there just hope here?
Interesting. Right? What happens?
Secondly, security, right? Because right, you're going to want to write this one down.
You're gone, mate.
What guards integrity?
Ooh. Go on.
What guards integrity? Maybe it's clean slate integrity, but security guards integrity. So like, if I say I'm going to do something, they don't like that's my integrity. I say I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do, right? So then to guard and protect my integrity, I back it up with the security. So that way, if they need certainty, I give them the evidence to back it up, and then I also give them the security to guard my integrity.
Love that.
Right, so that's where you get like an RX1 on my own house. Like I give you charge of my own house. That's how certain I am this deal will work. And they're like, wow.
Yeah, you never offered it to me. I'm joking.
But do you know what I mean? Like, so you back up what their need is with what they need. Can
you tell a person human needs by looking at their own vision board?
By looking at their board?
Vision boards.
I mean, you need all of them. So there'll be an aspect of all of them. But the dominant two would probably be... I mean, I assume you can. I've never tried. So, like, I can't speak from experience here. I can imagine you could. Mm-hmm. But then I was like, yeah, it depends. If it's very materialistic, if it's very quick look at me sort of materialistic stuff, you could be like, right, it definitely needs some significance there.
Hey, I've updated mine today.
I saw you doing it. I've just ordered my massive big square thing.
Now, let me see if I'm able to.
It's going to be pictures of you cuddling kittens and all this stuff.
No, that's it.
I can see the big...
I got...
Sorry, it's terrible.
A dog over there. Then
what is it? Car, a bit of love and connection there. A bit of...
Love and connection. Yeah, what else?
You got the cars. I see houses. I see cars. Is that a magnet swimming underwater with people?
Yeah.
Mate, honestly, it's so hard to see.
Is it? But I'll send you a screenshot later.
Don't forget, like, I've got my iPhone that's that big, and you're half the screen that's that big.
Oh,
the pictures are flipping that big.
Fair play. Oh man.
Well, surely you can. Surely you can.
Absolutely. You can replicate it pretty much. So we can use it any day, anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, because then I've like
business, relationships. Anyway, it's part of you anyway. But so 7th of February today, yeah. How did the year started off for you?
So far, I've had 2 completions, 1 sale, and got 2 more sales and a refinance going through within this month. So,
mate, well done. Great work. It's
been a solid start.
Mate, it's been fantastic and phenomenal in the business. What else has been happening?
What else has been happening? Man, this ice bucket challenge, I tell you now, has been revolutionary.
Mate, you know, I was you're still there, yeah? Yeah, you're there.
Phone battery's at 10%. Go on.
Oh, what's the learning there, man?
Mate, this is how much I'm hustling. I'm on the phone ringing people. So, yeah, the ice bucket thing has been, I would say, life-changing.
I was looking at, well, I was connected to Facebook for the call, right? On my feed, someone just posted something about like, I'll send you a screenshot of the guy anyway, as soon as I remember his name. It was having a go at people waking up at 5 a.m., hustling and grinding 18 hours a day. The highest bucket is named everything that everybody does. Say 90% of the population is wired to be average. So basically, ending the post by saying like, if you want to do that, do it, but not everybody wants to know about it. Not everybody wants to feel inferior by looking at your action taking. Or what is it that you're doing? What's your take on that? Me personally, I don't agree with this, but I want to see what you think.
90% won't agree with what the action taken because they'll compare themselves to you and all that.
Yeah, say like, hey, 90% of the population is wired to be average, and they don't want to know what you're up to. They don't want to know how much you grind in the ice bath. They don't listen. They don't want to know anything about it. And by looking at it, so if you got followers or whatever, if somebody follows you and look at this thing, potentially it claim mental health issue because they would feel inferior compared to you.
I mean, I can't really control how they feel compared to me, can I?
Mate, I can't control what people watch, and if they don't like it, I'm not the right person to fucking follow.
If this ain't for you, just
I'm
don't
fucking
watch.
easy with it.
Secondly, define average. Like, if 90% are average, like what is the definition of average? Could you have like an average physique but an above average mindset or above average happiness? Like, it's hard to define that as a.
I don't know. It just caught my eye before I was.
Yeah, listen. If people don't enjoy what I do, don't fucking watch them. I don't like EastEnders. I don't watch it. Like,
wait, why are you getting so defensive? Wait.
I don't think it's defensive. It's
It wasn't a you, man.
No. I'm just putting this out there. It's just like, if someone's complaining about what I'm doing, then don't watch.
Don't watch.
I'm not forcing no one. Like you who is it? I was watching Rob Moore. He's like, all these haters that keep commenting on my thing. He goes, they don't realise that the Facebook algorithms work. That the more they comment, the more I show up on their thing. I just thought it's so funny. Like,
so clever, man. So clever. No, absolutely.
He's like, these haters, people just enjoy complaining and hating. People just enjoy it because it makes them feel big in the moment.
Why do people complain?
Because it makes them feel big. They enjoy being a victim. It meets their needs, right? Yeah, when I'm a victim, give me love and connection. Yeah. I can get certainty that I can make myself feel bad. I get uncertainty with how many different ways I can find to be a victim. I can get significance from being the biggest loser. I'll out-loser you. Like, oh, you've had a bad day. Well, listen to my terrible day. I've had it way worse than you. I'm the biggest loser here. And it's I see people playing that game. I see them playing that game.
How would you help them?
How would I help them? Firstly, they got to want to not play the game.
You know what? It just penny drop moment here. It just the video that you shared with me this morning, Tom Billier. What does he do to? I think you should discuss this. Or you should just talk about it.
How did he word it? He worded it so beautifully. He used negative thoughts as a trigger for a positive feedback loop.
Now I'm gonna put some loves over here. Can you see them?
Oh, he's loving it.
Man,
he's loving it.
I'm supporting you. I'm supporting you.
So he uses negative thoughts to trigger a positive feedback loop to remind him to be grateful. So it's like, if you have a trigger in your life that triggers any like emotion, you know what I mean? So he actually uses a negative thought. As soon as that comes up, that reminds him to be grateful and positive. And he's done that so well that any negative thought actually makes him grateful and happy. Like, I've never heard anyone say that. It was madness. I was like, oh my God, Sam will love this.
I will love it. In fact, this is what I'm going to play for you. Can you hear that? Hold on. Now, every time you drop something, can you hear that? Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
Mate.
But that's what
people use so you can actually tactically give yourself triggers, right? Obviously, we have a celebration anchor, which is, I guess, a form of triggers. When we win, that trigger then sends a positive neurochemistry, the same muscle memory as the smile. So your body knows when you're smiling, That's the muscle memory to release, you know, the good endorphins, your happiness. Same with a celebration anchor, right? But it's the recognition of the thing to then remind you to set it off, which is what he's now trained himself to believe is the recognition of a bad thought going through reminds him to fucking loop that into a positive and be grateful 5 times to like unpower it.
Crazy.
So now he's like, I don't mind having bad thoughts. It just means I'm going to be super grateful. It's like a fuck you, like fuck you, boys.
Man, it's fucking powerful.
Do you know what I mean? So mad.
Yeah, that you mentioned like celebrating the win. You anchor it physically, like, you know, like clenched fist.
Radical physical movement.
Why is it so important? Why is it important? Why as a coach yourself, obviously I know you bang on about it. Crazy, man. I still remember our first coaching calls.
Mate, everyone remembers their first call where I'm like, do the celebration. I go, do it now.
I was like,
you know, like from straight go, do the roar, do the roar.
Then, man, you never fucking see me celebrate, you piece of shit. Never gonna
just ready, go, do the roar.
Roar.
And everyone has to over exaggerate and they feel awkward and stupid and all that. Like, that's beautiful. That's good.
Mate, it's fucking great. But why is it so important?
Firstly, I think it's because the reason most people are depressed because they don't realize how much they're actually winning. Have you defined? Did I send you the definition of a win? Not from Google definition.
Yeah, you
right.
Did.
It was like the. I shouldn't say it because it's making it up, but it was basically thinking of an outcome you want to achieve, a desired outcome, taking action to move towards that desired outcome, and then getting it. So, like going to make a cup of tea, that's a win. Going to the fridge, anything you thought of doing that you went out and actually brought into your life, which may be as simple as a cup of tea. You're winning, and what you do is you compound these wins, and you can play bigger and bigger wins. But if you're not going to compound the small wins, then you won't celebrate the big wins. So this is what I say to people I coach. I was like, you're going to only celebrate when you actually say, oh, you've completed on that house. But if you didn't celebrate the viewing, if the viewing didn't happen that you devalued, without the viewing, that breaks the chain of events that got you the house. So the viewing is just as important as the completion.
Mate, it's like, it just reminded me of this thing about the lion. You know, the lion goes there. How is it? Fucking, it's not. How do you call like an animal kill another? The lion kills an animal. It's not the prey. It's the hunt. That's what it reminds me of. But I think I lost you there. Yeah, you need to enjoy the hunt. Like
the process. It's the process. You do it for the process, not the end result. Like when you're having intercourse, it's not just as quick. It's not just the end result, man. It's the process. It's the whole thing. It's the whole experience. Sorry if I triggered some awkwardness to you there.
Oh man.
You don't just go, right, let's get this home as fast as we possibly can. Get to the end result. Go. Oh, damn it.
That's it.
That's not the plan. That's not the plan.
Absolutely. But so what's their plan?
Who's there?
The lions. By the way, the lion doesn't hunt. I made a mistake before. Or the Nat Geo would tell me off. The lioness hunt.
Listen, I've seen a video with Dan Pena commentating when the lion hunts. Right?
What a video, man! It was like, oh mate, I'm gonna find it.
Opportunities going by. There goes no one. I needed someone like me. I mean, if you can't tell he's taught me this significance, then you need to go watch Tony Robbins again. Right?
Mate, you know, one of my, I had it on the previous vision board. Then I was sad. I didn't like it very much, but I wanted to go and do. I think he runs a week in his castle, Dan Pena.
It's 2 weeks. It's 20 grand. Actually, no, it might not be 2 weeks. It's definitely 20 grand. He said you've got to bring, everyone's in like a 7-piece suit and you've got to bring boxing gear and everyone has to fight in the ring as well.
That's like a fight club, man.
Because he's like, well, look, if you can't overcome this fight or get over this hurdle, this little voice of being hurt, you can't do it anyway.
I swear to you,
he makes men fight women. He's just, mate, he's like
extreme.
70-something and 6'4" and like 18 stones. He's actually massive.
What a guy. What a guy.
You say hi.
Hello, Hunter.
Just kind of throwing a rubber ball at my head.
Yeah, no, but mate, unbelievable. So tell me, which one is the most influential, call it speaker, motivational speaker, whatever, who is the most influential to you?
The best in the world is Tony Robbins.
Yeah. Okay, to you, not in the world.
I mean, to me and the world. I don't know how.
No, not for me. It's not Tony Robbins.
Come on.
No,
Tony Robbins is like a godlike man who knows everything.
Yeah, it's okay. It's better than Google.
Okay. the head of countries ring him when they have a problem. Like, how dare you okay
Hey,
him?
you see, your definition of okay is very different than mine.
Yeah, okay is like...
It's like, oh, for me, it's like, oh, okay.
okay's off.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, that's true. See,
diabolical.
and this
Yeah,
is a
man.
great point of like, it's just like when people have a miscommunication, it's just the definition of words that are miscommunicated.
Absolutely.
They have different meanings. So don't think that everyone has the same meaning as you do.
Say that again. What you just said. Say that again.
So everyone has a different definition of words than you do. So what's that one? That sounds like someone, like a train going by.
No, it's like a drop bomb, a Google bomb drop
So like,
sound effect.
yeah, so like you just perfectly pointed out, like your definition of a word is different to mine because of the context I heard it in when I was growing up. Like, this is why me and you are like getting a bit obsessed with actually looking at the definition of words to know what they actually mean. The amount of times I've been wrong or kind of just near what a word means, but not actually got it right.
You see, it's like lately I've been on my own page. I've been posting quite a lot. Like I've been clean slating so many words, man. So many words. I usually used to, just drop them like that. But now, the difference it makes in the vocabulary is like unbelievable. It comes from an ignorant like me.
Did you hear the statistic?
Which one?
There was a statistic around people's wealth and the amount of words and understanding of each word that they had. And it was like,
share it with me.
It was,
people that watch
mate,
it.
I don't even know. I can't quote the statistic. When I saw it, I was like, oh, that's like, it's almost like your ability to define what it is you want specifically, like define your target aim with language, will determine how wealthy and how big and clear your end result is and how quickly you get there. Because imagine language is like the dart, and your use of language is like the dart ball. Like the more use of language, the closer you can define the pinpoint to then hit with the dart.
That's a massive game changer.
Oh, mate, where did
but
that
not
come
everybody
from?
plays at the same level.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like the more words people use, the more they knew how to define what it is they want to people. So that way, everything happened quicker for them. It was some crazy statistic.
See, I dropped it.
We need a better bomb one than that.
Mate,
But I appreciate that. But honestly, there was a stat. The amount of language you know, and the wealth people have.
No, absolutely. So tell me, how long has it been since your last live? Like what? Oh, by the way, to all the new tribe members, welcome. Who's that? Hello, mate. Hello, mate.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So, do you want to introduce yourself? Say hello to the new tribe members and join. I've seen plenty of new members coming in lately, man.
Yeah, I'm Lewis Perrin, property investor from Southeast London. I'm 3-time social media leader, Deal of the Year winner last year, and biggest inspiration this year. So you'll see me about.
Good man.
Well, who am I talking to?
Oh, come on, you need to give me a ramble, man. Come on, I'm not big on intro, man, but hey, I'm Sam, man. I'm another coach, winner of Mission Fest 2020. I'm to show you that one. Winner of the best newcomer. 1 second, yeah, best newcomer 2020, and winner of.
And there's more.
And, yeah, of course. I'm waiting for the real one. But at the moment, I just like I made it like this is the real life 2021 lifeline. Yeah.
Oh,
so this is like
what's a lifeline?
Mate, if you were hanging at the edge of a cliff, hanging onto a rope only, who would you want to be on the other side of the rope?
The fattest person in the tribe.
Me. Nah, that's
the anchor.
The anchor, man. I'm really. Actually, let me ask you, what's your kryptonite?
What's my kryptonite? So I was reading George's comment. The lion does not go anywhere because he is not vaccinated. Oh, you can't see the comments.
I can't. I don't know. Maybe if I press something, I'm gonna mess it up. So if there is a comment flying through, just let me know. So what's your kryptonite?
Jesus, never heard that question before. Let's go.
Oh, you need to hang out with me a bit more, mate. Stop being shy.
I invited you on my live. My kryptonite.
Hey, I can see Ian. Jesus, yes. Ian.
Yo,
What's your kryptonite?
The thing that hurts me the most is two things come to mind, and one went away quickly. The first one was seeing how much other people disencourage each other and put each other down online.
That's not it. Give me more.
The second thing.
That's the one.
The second thing, like the putting down thing, is that bugs me is hearing limiting beliefs in the way people talk and the way I sometimes talk, and catch myself like, oh, when I hear that come up, I'm like I hear an unconscious limiting, like, just phrase or some garbage that I just say and I have to catch it. I'm like, wow, that's not cool. Let's sort that out quickly.
That's interesting, man. How do you sort it? How do you interrupt the pattern?
Firstly, awareness, to even be aware that there's even a pattern running. Right? Mm-hmm. Secondly, is the best way to kill a demon, or the only way to kill a demon, is to speak its name. Okay, which means that little voice, you have to tell someone that it's there. And it will tell you not to. Oh, it's embarrassing. Oh, people think this about us. What if it is? Like, it will chat shit to try and make you keep that insecurity, keep it safe, and protect it and hide it and make less of something. So if I'm making less of something, acting like it's not a big deal, that's the thing that's a massive deal that you need to, discuss with someone. So I do it either through coaching with Claudine. I tell her, like, I just message her saying, hey, I sent her a voice note. This came up. You don't need to reply to this right now. I'm just getting it out, and we can discuss this and debrief on a call and find out more about it, or through processing. But you got to speak his name.
So speak his name. What do you mean by that? Let's go a bit deeper, level deeper.
What is okay?
Talk to me. Explain to me. It's a 3 years old kid.
So what I would say is, if there's a command phrase that keeps repeating itself, like if the thought is, oh, I can't do that, or I'm not good enough, or they never do that, or like, and it'll be the same phrase. So that's the thing that needs to be discussed.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't bother me. Like, as soon as something comes out, if you go, oh, it doesn't bother us, I will be fine, blah, 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 and try and cover it and protect it quickly. That's the thing that you need to address.
How do you address it?
Like I just said, you've got to first speak its name and admit, like, first awareness, catching it. Secondly,
so say, for example, I'll give you an example. I always say, let's say I always say, I don't give a shit. Whatever happens, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. How do I speak its name? So
we'd have to dig into, firstly, your definition of that. We clean slate it, right? Secondly, it's whatever situation we're discussing that you don't give a shit about. And then I'm asking a question going, when did you give a shit? Then what happened? And then we define the point where you then created this protective belief system that covers over, so mask your emotion towards caring, because you definitely do give a shit, and it's just an ego protection that you don't.
World class coaching 101 right here, right now, on the 7th of February. What time is it? 3:05 p.m. UK time with Master Lewis. Man, that's so good, man. That's so good. But yeah, cool. Perfect, mate. Perfect.
No, it's just an awareness game, man. It's just, you'll be so aware of how you speak.
Yeah.
That's why I do as coach. So obviously, my job, I think I've done this like every day, just studying people, sitting there, listening to what they say, what's going on for them, the results they're getting. Like, it just becomes more and more evident.
Your job?
It depends on your definition of a job, mate.
Define. What's the definition of a job?
For me, I feel like my job is like, it's like it's like what I do. It's my thing. It's like how I express value. Like, that's how I could define my job. It's like my job as a parent. Like, my job's to look after my family. My job's to, like, it's how I give, how I express value.
I like that, Lewis.
I like that too. When I said that, I was going, oh, that's what a great way of
it. Mate, you know me. If I could play more sound effects, I swear to you, I would. In fact, on our next call, mate, I'm gonna have a keyboard of sound effects. Like, I'm just gonna press
hearing the crash.
Hey, if you invite me again, mate, it's gonna be phenomenal. This is the hybrid theory. You should call this program. Listen, have you ever thought about doing podcasts?
I've got my YouTube channel set up now, though, so everything I'm doing is being uploaded to YouTube.
Yeah, that's been. How long has it been live for?
A week.
Let's go on your YouTube. Listen, search Louis Perrin, yeah?
I think so. Sounds about
Let's see
right.
what content you put out there. Let's see.
I've got
better.
3 videos up there at the moment. I should
Yeah.
have 5 subscribers.
Yeah, 5 subscribers, 3 videos.
Are you subscribing, yeah?
Man, I'm gonna subscribe right now, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
6.
subscribed.
Get ready.
You don't believe me?
So at the moment,
Where is it? Subscribed. Louis
awesome.
Perrin.
Right. So at the moment,
So I'm your
I've got
6th.
2 vids a week going out every Wednesday and Saturday.
Are you playing small, right?
Pardon?
Are you playing small? 2 videos a week?
What's going to do? 15 a day? It's starting at 2 vids. It will grow. It will grow.
It's cool, man. It's cool. It's cool. So what's the reason behind this YouTube channel? What do you want to do with it?
The main reason, honestly, is just to have 2 places of my content. That's one thing. And also like an organized form of content, because obviously I've got on my Facebook, I do posts about stuff. So like if you want to just scroll, you have to search to find all my videos and that. So I almost want like a collective place to find and gather all that content. And the main one really for me, it always comes down to my children. Like I want them to be able to go and watch when I started, how I started, everything I'd done, and like video logging, like our growth from having no property, living in my nan's house like 5 years ago in a single bed, to then having
5 years, man.
It's been 5 years.
What
since I was at my nan's house in a single bed, just imagining this dream.
What a ride. And tell me, now you're planning a wedding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more about it.
About the wedding, it's next August the 12th. I think 12th of August. It's a Saturday.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, man.
I just know it's a Saturday in August. Like it's in my calendar. It's in my calendar.
Get your VA to remind you.
She does. She's fucking all. That's why there's only 2 videos a week. So at the moment, I've got her so busy that she actually doesn't have time for me at the moment.
Oh wow.
So she's doing all my invoicing. She's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
anyway,
give me excuses instead of results. It's okay.
Oh, it's not an excuse.
She's too busy.
She's busy. Trust me.
Busy, man. Prioritize it, man.
Yeah, it's just not my priority then.
That's true, man. I'm only teasing.
Income generating tasks are the priority at the moment.
There was the video. Emma let tweet. What's the name of the other guy?
Oh, he's done a lot of videos, that guy.
No, it was an interview, it's a chit chat. And this just reminds me of it. The guy that, oh man, you sent it to me, man. You sent it to me.
I send you loads of stuff, like every day.
Light speed guy, the light speed guy.
The what guy?
Brad. Yeah, it's Brad.
Oh, Brad Lee.
Yeah, Bradley. Just remind me of it, like fucking teasing each other, man. I love it.
Yeah, Bradley's awesome. I like him all, but it's funny you can hear his limiting beliefs, and Ed coaches the shit out of him live. Constantly making less of, not doing enough.
Unbelievable. Tell me, what's your morning routine like? Because I'm sure I'm not the only person that seems
we've run out of content already, man.
No, it's not about content. I'm just having a normal conversation with you.
I wake up and I jump on Sam's Zoom every morning. That's my routine.
What?
Sam's Zoom.
Zoom?
The morning.
What? The what?
The Morning Fight Club.
The what?
Oh, mate, have I named it wrong? What the hell? What is it?
It's the Morning Fight Club. I like to hear it, man. I like to hear the name.
I thought I was like, is it the Morning Warrior Fight Club? What is it? Like, I was like, I said it wrong.
Mate, it's cool. It's cool because I was saying like I'm not the only one that receives like within a space of 20 minutes 50 videos from you. So I got wondered today how much time you spent on videos, man. I'm like, fucking hell.
So what I'll do is I'll do the Morning Fight Club with you at 6:30 till 7 o'clock. I'll normally sit there, pump myself up with more after the little teaser that you give normally like 5 to minutes. I'm like, I need more. And then have breakfast with the kids from like 7 to 8, whilst also watching a few more. And then if I go out for a walk after that from 9 till 10, I can now walk and put on like a podcast or audio book or something along that manner.
Are you working on your legs as well, or only the biceps?
Mate, honestly, I've got a bad knee. I'm not even kidding. I can't even train legs. They just don't grow. Fucking excuses. Like, genetically, it's impossible for me. Like, have you ever tried to? It's
only when
mate, it's impossible. Yeah, I'll get Harley. Right, listen, I'm
Oh,
going to
mate,
drop
it's
from
cool.
school.
Listen, I need to shoot, man. I need to get some work done over
Right,
here
listen,
as
you're
well.
boring me. I need to go.
Mate, thank you very much for jumping on this call, baby.
Cool.
Until the
Right,
next
listen, we'll
time.
catch up soon.
See you later.